Hello there. Since this archipelago crisis in Ukraine has started, each superpower has put on maximum alert their nuclear weapons system. Um, it could be training flights over Europe, Americans, with B-52 bombers. Um, doomsday flights of strategic command units, just in case if the ground unit gets knocked out by a nuclear strike. They always have a commanding station airborne to command all the military forces, basically. And this is the same thing with the Russians. The Russians, obviously, in Belarusia and then in the borders, they've been moving their Iskan transporters, which are mainly carrying nuclear nukes and so on. And we don't know what DEFCON we are at. A probability of immediate nuclear war is not on the table yet, but getting close to it is another thing, which is we are pretty close because these nuclear drills or putting standby these systems never happened since the Cuban crisis or during the Cold War. Tensions between the West and East never been so high, and I think it's due to the fact we have Western incompetent leaders which are poking the Russian bear, so he makes the force move. Well, this Russian mayor's a bit more wiser than it works out to be. And returning to our incompetent leaders, they are bent on losing cause of Ukraine. They continue to send money. They want to train Ukrainian soldiers. And these Ukrainian soldiers, which I discovered, which has no military experience. They are civilians which have been drafted in, and are going to be sent on God how many week training to use military hardware used by professionals. It's an absolute suicide. Due to incompetent Western leaders, due to sanctions, our economy is going tits up. We have entered in the first phases of the recession. Prices are going up. Things are going to become in short supply, and so on. And if it continues like this, this could spark off civil unrest in each nation. There are signs of this in America, but they don't want to talk about it because it probably creates unnecessary panic. And this could come into Europe as well. And all the wars, these warlords being created around the world from America, refugees in these countries, they're flooding into Europe from Africa and Middle East. And if it arrives to the point something has happened, will our leaders save us? No. They will save their asses for first, and we'll be the last ones to know if anything happens. The day after, there will be no government agency to rescue you. You have to defend by yourself. and even that goes on to survival, because that day after will be the strongest which will prevail. So, it's best. Okay, we enjoy life, but on the other hand, we should prepare ourselves for the worst, because it could happen at any time in the near future. Something, and would be a wise thing. You stock up a little bit on food and water. Do it in a very low profile manner. Don't show off you bought a mountain of stuff. And best advice is, don't tell anyone. Only those who live with you in the same house, or people you can trust, because when the moment arrives, people won't be so civilised. They'll become nasty cunts, and hunger will drive them to become violent. I'm not a professional to tell you how to prepare, but there are people in these sectors which are called preppers. There are loads of people who have their channels. Whether you follow their advice or not and continue living in La La Land, okay. Because the morning you wake up, you won't have electricity and the whole world has gone crazy. Your creature comfort life is probably gone forever. Can you survive in a world or a type of Mad Max, lawless land? Strong only prevail.